So, different, obviously. It's no longer Zoom, but yeah, we doing this shit in fucking person. Obviously, I've had my guest over here on before, but now we're actually going a little more detailed conversation about quite a few topics, and here she goes stripping already. Yeah, but basically, let's let you reintroduce yourself one more time.
My name is Tori Franco. I am a professional lesbian on the internet.
Man, I thought you were gonna go with the actual like what you just got certified in not that long ago.
Like I am also a life coach.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say, not the fucking certified, but certified in both categories, I guess.
Right.
But had to have you back on here and had to have you as the first official podcast just because I felt our conversation did blow up as far as people being able to relate to it and connect to what we were saying.
Hell yeah.
So I wanted to continue on with what we were talking about as far as mental health stuff, getting over your bullshit, using your bullshit to get over your bullshit, and yeah, so on and so forth. But for all that, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. God. Okay. So I'm going through the bullshit, but what I've realized is that like it's an ebb and flow. So there are days where I'm on high, and then there are days where I need a good cry.
Yep, sounds about right. And it's a good thing that you're allowing yourself to cry though, because keep holding that shit in, holding that shit in, holding that shit in.
Yeah.
Eventually, that cry then becomes a marathon cry. And now you're crying for a day and a half. Now it's almost 2 days, and it's a very sensitive thing. Like someone says, oh, "Are you okay?" Just like. No, just like the very, very, very minimal like showing of like affection or caringness, whatever fucking English it is. Just being able to, show that side is like, damn, now I want to cry extra harder because now somebody's fucking with my emotions a little bit.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I found that like holding it in for me, that's what I do. That's like that's what I'm good at.
That's your gift.
I'm a certified emotion holder.
All right, so we got three certifications and two in the last like fucking hour.
Okay, yeah, I'm certified. Yeah, I'm a certified asshole as well.
That's that. I would take that one too. I'm definitely a certified dick, but in a positive way. But
right.
For the most part.
Right. But my grandmother just passed away not too long ago, and I held it in the entire service. Like once she passed, and we were there, like we watched her go. Once she passed, I went numb completely, and I was like, "Why am I not crying? Like, what the fuck?" And then I was go, seeing this person, seeing that person. Had a wedding to go to, so I went to the wedding. I was 3 months sober. I drank, and then quickly realized the next day why I stopped drinking in the first place. Now I'm sober again, but I went through all of that and then got home from the wedding and stopped, and it hit me. Like that night, I was like, like, like hysterical.
Because the fucking numbness officially wore down. Mm-hmm. Like you finally gave yourself that time to really sit down and to finally feel what you were trying to not. Yeah. And it no longer did you have the wedding to preoccupy your mind. You didn't have, the regular stimulants to basically keep your mind busy. Mm-hmm. It was finally like, okay, here you go. Feel. Time to feel.
Yeah, fuck. And I felt like a lot.
No, I completely understand that because I had that fucking first time in a long time yesterday. So frustrated, so mentally withdrawn with a lot of shit that's been happening, and it was just not like a depressed type of cry out, but it was just more like just out of frustration, just being like, how many times I gotta fucking take a step forward and I keep getting 10 steps backward. Yeah. It's like, how the fuck why does this keep fucking happening? But then you realize after the cry is out, you're able to recollect your thoughts, and it's just like, oh, so if I took this step instead of that step, I probably could have made 2 steps this way. It's just like when you're thinking in that state of angst and thinking in the state of just consistent paranoia and consistent wanting, when is this going to feeling like, what's going to be the next thing that's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
It's just a fucking gut eater. Like it just says nothing but just eat away at your fucking gut. And you're trying to maintain a positive stature, but that fucking gut is just sitting there.
It's true too. Like you get to this place where you got all these good things happening around you, and then life, whoever's pulling the strings out there, God, whatever the fuck you believe, the universe says, "Oh, you're happy? Okay." Right, I'm a bitch slap you. Like, you're comfortable, you're complacent. Okay, here's a death, here's a loss of a loved one, here's a breakup, whatever the
lost
fuck.
job and like all these fucking things.
Right. And then you're like, you're humbled because you're like, holy shit. And then you get to this, for me, I get to this place, and I've been there like recently where I'm like, am I ever gonna catch the fucking break? Like, is this ever gonna be just good?
That I don't want to say it's like it leads to the victim mentality, but it's not the victim mentality. It's just your moment of question, and that's a normal thing to have as well. Is that you're not always questioning yourself. It's just you can have a moment to question, like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? What's happening? Why is this happening? And then when that moment of question is then answered by a moment of clarity, then you're able to really move forward as far as what you're trying, whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, when you can catch yourself in that state, because I'm out here, like, I'm tired of grieving people, man. Like, I'm tired of losing friendships. I'm tired of losing people in my life, like, and getting down on myself. And then for other things in life that I'm going through. And then all of a sudden that moment of clarity is like, yeah, but you have this that happened to you that was really fucking good. And you have this going for you that's really good. And like, there is, you realize, like, there's a light, you know what I mean? It's there, you just got to find it.
Yeah. So. And it's a hard time trying to find it when you're too focused looking through the darkness, and you're staying focused on the darkness instead of searching through the light, looking at your surroundings, you know, looking in this way, looking that way, and it's just nothing but blackness over there and darkness over there. But straight ahead is your light, and you're not focused straight ahead. Like, it is sometimes it is just as simple to look forward and keep your one foot going in front of the other, no matter how much it may suck. Because regardless of what happens, the following day, the sun is still going to shine. You know, the days are still going to continue, and, you know, it's still going to, you know, the hours still going to pass by. And if you could be either sitting at the bottom of the stairs, still waiting and crying, or you could have made at least a couple of steps and then sat down and cried, and a couple of steps and then sat down and cried, and then a couple more steps and then and then before you know it, you're crying at the fucking top.
Yeah. You're depressed, but you're
at the fucking top. At least you're finally at the fucking top of the stairs. And then even then, if you're finding yourself that you're not happy there, guess what? There's still another whole flight of stairs to go up to try and find that fucking happiness.
The whole building, like, you know, you're just on one floor.
It never stops. It's the building of growth. It never fucking stops growing. And it just when you think it's going to, you know, stop it. No, it's something, either tragic happens in your life or something amazing happens in your life, and it projects your character to either new levels of being either stupid humble or stupid fucking ego that eventually leads to you being stupid humbled, because life is going to come back and smack you right in the fucking dick.
In the head. Dick, head, vagina, genitals.
Smack you right in the fucking dickhead.
That's it. So the dickhead vagina. You know,
when people tend to, I want to say, laugh at the dark humor. I'm guilty of it too. It's a real reflection on their pain and how, one, they're dealing with it, because people could be dealing with it in a worse manner, as in living that depressed lifestyle, being the one who drags everybody else down.
Yeah, misery loves company.
Exactly. Versus the one who's actually, you know, depressed but doesn't want to really feel anybody, have anybody else feel what they're feeling. And then, you know, sometimes a joke or two comes out, like, at least I didn't kill myself today. And there's the little things like that. At the end of the day, it's just like, try to make one thing of yourself, like, laugh at yourself, fucking laugh at yourself. I'm one of the worst fucking spellers, and I have some of the worst grammar in my entire life. And 2 days ago, I posted up something, and instead of me using the word, the proper way to saying wait, you know how is, you know, wait for tomorrow, you know, it's WAIT. Yeah, my fucking dumbass gym head put W-A-I whatever, how the fuck I can't say off the top of my head, but it's so
I before E except after C.
So I got fucking roasted for a little bit from the grammar Nazis of Instagram. And
was your sister one of them?
No, my sister wasn't one of them, thankfully. But because I also then put out like a post later on saying, listen, how the fuck are you all expecting me not to make at least one spelling error? That's how you know it's me, because you know that there's at least one thing that's fucking spelled wrong, or there's one thing that doesn't make sense at all in the fucking sentence. That's how you know it's actually me typing the shit, not somebody I paid to really read over my shit and then edit and then post it.
Yeah, fuck that. That's pussy.
Exactly, just raw material that people can relate to, because not everyone's a fucking grammar Nazi, somebody who loves to break down the fucking sentence. No,
and you don't have to be. Fuck that.
No, exactly. Just fucking have a conversation, and that's why a lot of my podcast episodes are very, very, very rarely edited at all, because I don't give a fuck how much dead air there is on the episode. It's just legitimate. For the most part of my channel, a lot of my conversations are first time conversations.
Really?
Yeah, and not for nothing. I mean, I not to, suck my own dick or anything.
Toot toot.
But
bitch.
But for people who I can pull out, details from people without even having to know them, without knowing them.
Yeah.
See, there we go, my fucking grammar coming in. Knowing them for as long as I have, like, even if it's just fucking 20 minutes of after exchanging DMs, now I'm having like a legitimate conversation with this person.
You can connect. You can get in there and connect.
Exactly. I can find something in there that I'm able to pull, and something in there that I'm able to connect to. It doesn't matter how long I've known you for. It doesn't matter if it's been for 10 minutes or 10 hours or 10 years. I could definitely pull some type of information out of you, because that's one gift I am definitely blessed to fucking have.
And that is a gift, dude. Like I definitely have that gift too, where like I could probably connect with a crackhead on the street.
Well, obviously you dance like one of them too, so.
Cheers to that. Wait, is that a compliment? I dance like a crackhead.
Well, correction. Yeah, you dance with the I want to say the energy of a fucking crackhead. At the end, that they never really stop in the street. Yeah. No.
That's me at a party, dude. Like that's my.
I'll never forget a fucking Message 316. You the whole time you never left the dance floor once. The whole fucking time.
Yeah,
the second the dance floor was no, you didn't stop one time. And even my family was saying, who the hell was that? Like, yeah,
who's that little boy?
That's
who's that little boy dancing on the fucking dance floor?
Oh, the fact is that you actually dress better than most men too, but in a fucking suit.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
A lot of people don't know how to fucking properly dress themselves in a suit, and it's very annoying.
That's about the only thing I do, like fashion wise. That's the only thing I do right is like the suit, like the.
I wouldn't say that. It's some pretty solid, fits in general, but
thanks. Appreciate that.
But like the suit game is definitely on point, especially that wedding game. Like the wedding suit was definitely on point. Your time since the last podcast.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I want to say like the people that have connected and reached out from both ends.
Yeah.
You've got a solid following, honestly. You got a solid following from the people that have followed me from following you after that episode. You've got some pretty, I want to say, caring followers and people who are actually, some genuine people. And,
I do.
And if they're watching this, shout out to you guys also. But it's been crazy because I never even, I thought I was just going to do a couple more episodes with this podcast and then that was it. But then after that episode and the amount of people that have connected with the other episodes that have been been released,
you gotta keep going.
I was like, okay. I said, fuck this. If I'm gonna do this, might as well really push this shit. And that's why I said no longer. Like if I need to do a Zoom podcast, I'll do a Zoom one. But very rarely am I ever gonna do any Zoom podcasting because I finally got the area one where it's a fully dedicated to podcasting.
This is like the man cave, dude. I love this.
Thank you. Like this is something that I've taken much time and details into the little things of creating the craft of what emphasizes what's me and what emphasizes that I'm sponsored. All my sponsors are up here, fucking Cannabolics, Jocko. The only thing that I'm missing out on is my Chunk Long Island sponsors. I need to get a little cookie thing here.
What is it, like a protein cookie?
Oh no, just roll the process of making them. But no, Chunk Long Island, I by far you ask my sister, you ask anybody that I brought home 2 boxes recently. By far the best cookies I've ever had in my entire life. They are this fucking big. No lie, they are this fucking big.
And you know, size does matter when it comes to cookies.
For the most part. If it comes to cookies, yeah, cookies. So the fucking, sometimes they're filled with marshmallows, sometimes they're peanut butter filled with peanut butter, like stuff. It's just, there's Oreo, there's cookies and cream, there's cookies and cream version. It's just, oh, the fucking flat out.
Chunk Long Island.
Chunk Long Island cookies. Like,
are they healthy cookies? No, that's a no. That's
definitely not. You're not gonna fucking burn off body fat and eat a whole dozen of these. No, okay. But I will say they have keto cookies also for those who need keto cookies. They have keto cookies. But yeah, thankfully having another sponsor with them, we got to get their fucking cookie up, something up here that represents them. But what I will say though, if you haven't yet, you gotta try that fucking cannabolic shit.
What is it?
So this here is their freeze dry gel. So basically what it is.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, go ahead. So basically what you do is take the top off the side. You would rub this on the area that is needed, and then after everything is rubbed on, you then rub it in with your skin. And when I say that this is hands down better than Icy Hot, better than Muscle Rub or Bengay or anything else that you ever fucking used, and a company that's literally here in Holtzville, Long Island. No. Doesn't really reek at all whatsoever. I mean, it clear up your nostrils, yeah, but it's not going to have that extra strong Bengay type smell where if you just put like a little drop on you, you smell like a fucking 95-year-old grandfather who is sitting there with his knees all Bengayed up. But here you have a natural product that's going to absorb into your bloodstream, and it's going to actually decrease the inflammation in the area, and as well as make it feel like you're going through a
massage.
Yes, but the best way I ever, because I put it on my knees a lot, the way I represent it feels like my knees are chewing gum, if it makes it like mint gum. Like a mint feeling. I didn't know you can actually feel what mint feels like, but it feels like there's mint on your legs, and it feels amazing too, no? Yeah, it's all natural products. Like that's one of the key. There's the 500 milligram, and then there's also the 1500 milligram doses for the extra strong. And
I like that though.
That's good shit. And then they have their CBD pens as well. So for those who actually are not looking for a THC pen, but like the CBD pens who are trying to find natural, ways to counter their anxiety. The same exact thing from the same company, the Rise and Grind THC free CB1, CB2 tincture. This is fucking game changing for your morning. I put a full droplet under my tongue, let it sit there for about 60 seconds to 90 seconds, and it's like not like a coffee feeling, but it's like you're a little bit more alert. But
it makes you alert.
Yeah, but you're relaxed and alert at the same time. That's why it's called Rise and Grind.
Aha. Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
So I had a company send me Delta 8 infused gummies.
Okay.
And they sent me every flavor they had. And I was like a company based out in Cali, like, great. But it was about a year ago. They sent me the gummies. They're like, listen, like, if you don't smoke and you don't normally take edibles, like, just be careful. I was like, well, that's me. Like, I don't really smoke a lot. So, I was having probably one of the worst panic attacks that I had ever had, like last May. Completely just lost my shit. Like, one of the panic attacks, I ended up in the hospital. And then this was the second one that followed, like maybe 2 weeks later. I had another one and I was like, fuck. Like, have you ever had a panic attack where it was so bad that when a second one comes, you're like, shit, is this going to do the same thing to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and yes.
And then because of that, it fucking amps up your anxiety even more, because you're like now having anxiety about the anxiety.
Like, it's creeping in, and you're trying your hardest to try and find the ways to counteract it, and it's just not fucking working. It's just like, shit, all right, it's settling in. Fuck, here it comes.
Yep. You turn into the like, I don't even know. Like, so I'm having this panic attack, and it's like 2 a.m. I can't fucking sleep. I'm like paranoid as fuck. So I take the gummy. I start with half. I take the Delta 8 gummy. When I tell you, When I tell you I was hearing voices for 3 fucking days.
Off of Delta 8.
Yeah. Yo, the intrusive thoughts.
For those that don't know about Delta 8 is basically the weakest form of strain of weed. It's like the weakest like top like it's like
no, it's not.
It's like 1.0% THC.
That's not, he's lying.
It's the weakest. It's the strongest form of CBD, but the weakest form of THC.
Yo, I can't even get to THC, dude.
Nah, you're telling me that you're struggling off of fucking Delta 8. You don't need to be touching weed. Nah, that's like if you're getting too fucked off of Hawaiian, don't touch the tequila.
Yeah, right. No, like, I couldn't even make it past that. Like,
see, the fucked thing is they have a Delta 8 pen, and it's like it genuinely does have like that feeling of a THC pen, not in full effect of being like, you know, melted to your couch, but of like the feeling of like still being alert, but you know, you're like, you're buzzed.
You know, you're
buzzed.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing fucking voices.
It was just the worst time for me to put any sort of like CBD into my system. And it's fucked, like I sound like a vagina saying it because like,
see, you know. Here's one thing I also got a problem with when people say they feel like a vagina or a pussy's feeling like pussy takes so much of a pounding and there's a child that comes out of it.
You're right.
So not for nothing.
I'm really a ball sack.
Yeah, that's a better terminology because the little flick of the fucking, or even someone stares at you long enough, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Right.
Like that shit it's so sensitive that any little slight, even if someone just like caresses you wrongly, it's going to fucking ache.
So I'm a ball sack.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes down to Delta 8, absolutely, you're definitely a fucking ball sack.
I'm like the weakest ball sack. This is why though I can't even drink anymore, dude. Like, I mean, okay. In my defense, there is no defense. But if I'm gonna give myself
in my defense, there's no defense. But in my defense.
Like when I drank, like I broke my abstinence from drinking. I drank a lot. Like I went from no drinking to having 2 Bloody Marys at 10 in the morning, back to back, drinking straight up Irish whiskey.
Ooh.
Right, straight, and then vodka. Like,
ooh.
Yeah. So, to say that I was drunk is an understatement. But I can't even drink anymore. Like, that's how much of a ball sack I am, you know.
Well, I'm a ball sack in that fucking category as well, because since I really like basically when I stopped drinking for a full year and a half, nearly 2 years, and then had a sip of alcohol and then had a drink, but then it's like from there it became a beer every so often.
Yeah.
Then the fucking Ranger game back in November I went to with my cousin had total of like 8, maybe 9 tall boy IPAs. The next day.
Wait, you said 8 or 9?
Yeah, 8 to 9. Yeah, tall boys. Yeah, no. The second 4 of them went down, and we were inside MSG watching the games. Forget about it. Everyone that you're having a conversation with is either going to buy you a fucking beer because you're a good conversation with them, or you're buying yourself another one. Which I'll never fucking buy another beer ever at MSG. $16.
I was gonna say like
$16 for one fucking tall boy.
That's fucking ridiculous.
A 7-Eleven tall boy is like $3.85.
It's like 3 cents.
Yeah, if like.
And then if you go in and you 5-finger discount, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? You shove it in your pants.
But here's the thing, also, like they would make so much money still if it was like just $6 per fucking case. Like I get it.
Right.
You want people being too drunk. You don't want because they're going to limit how they can buy. Fuck you. Like let them fucking drink. Hire your security, and they want to drink responsibly. Let them drink responsibly.
$16 for a tall boy. That's
fucking yeah. Fuck you for that shit. Well, I'll never again.
I'm gonna tell you this: abstaining from drinking, I have literally saved so much fucking money.
Mm-hmm. You $100 a night, $200 a night goes right now. $100 goes right into your fucking savings, goes right into another bill.
Yeah.
You find yourself spending a lot less. Oh yeah, the day after that, 8.5 hours.
Oh,
It took me 8.5 hours. It took me to finally be able to take something like a sip of water and keep it down.
Really? You were vomiting.
Crawling, legitimately crawling from my bed to my bathroom at least 6 times. I took 4 showers that day. 4 fucking showers. The amount of times I was vomiting, because then I would sweat so profusely, and then I would get up and there would be so much dirt and dust over me from laying down on my floors, and then I would get up and go shower, and then I'm laying down in the shower. Never again will I drink to that extent.
No,
and it's like that firm like statement, like no, like people say they never drink again, like no, I am reminded on why I am never going to that limit again. Maybe a beer or 2 on a social occasion. Well, you're not gonna fucking find me down at another 6-pack or 12-pack ever fucking again.
Nope, it's not worth it, dude. Like for me, it's not even the hangover. Like I woke up the next day not hungover. I was debilitatingly anxious.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't fucking breathe, and I haven't had anxiety like that since I stopped drinking. Like it had been 3 months since I had felt anxiety like that, and the minute I started drinking, it was like I was that shaking chihuahua, like scared, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to feel that anymore. Like that just confirmed it for me.
Because in reality, it really is poison.
Yeah.
Like drink too much of it, it's gonna be your last drink.
Yeah.
And
sure.
What I'm tired of people glorifying is getting too fucked up and getting blacked out. Like there's no glorification in it, because at the end of the night, one, you blown either $150, anywhere between $50 to $300 on a single night. That one, you don't remember half of it. 2, you fucking woke up with the worst hangover in your life. And 3, you probably may have said or done a few things you regret that you don't fucking remember at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
And especially, we talked about this last time, if you're one of those people who find themselves that they get aggressive when they drink certain alcohol, you're good. You do not need to be drinking alcohol whatsoever. If you're an aggressive person, you do not need to be drinking alcohol whatsoever. You just need to be sitting back, maybe smoke a joint or 2, and then do some inward healing, figure out why you get so aggressive when you fucking drink, and then go to therapy for a couple sessions, talk about that shit, and you may actually be able to then drink again without getting so fucking aggressive.
I just love people too much, man. Like I used to only get aggressive. This is fucked up, but sorry if she's watching, but I used to only get aggressive with my ex-girlfriend. But like not like even then, aggressive for me, like in an angry way, is just not even close to true aggression. Cause I'm just like, okay, I love everybody, you know? But like I used to get angry at her when I was drunk. It's the only time. But for me, with the drinking, what it does to me that made me want to stop. You know what I mean? Like what good does it do?
Exactly. It does absolute no good for your body. And not only that, and the fitness category as well. Yeah. The amount of empty calories and the amount of sugar that you are taking in when you are drinking alcohol. People, you got to keep in mind, when you are drinking, it is not just the alcohol that you are consuming. It is then, if you are a mixer, guess what? Now it's the sugars from the fucking mixes that you're getting as well, the sugar from the alcohol.
The sodas and
how many of those you're drinking a night. You know, think of it this way. Someone told not my client, but somebody who can be a client, they would fucking, get their shit together. And
shots fired.
Because it's not that they could afford my training, but I personally didn't want to work with them because I saw that they weren't really serious about their results. And I'm only looking to work with people who are 100% serious about wanting to fucking change their lives. Not just looking for the diet change, not just looking for not looking for a quick diet to change fast and then get back to your old toxic lifestyle. No. If you're going to work with me, you're going to change your lifestyle. And that's my goal, is to change your lifestyle 110%.
Yeah.
And when you're downing 6 to fucking 8 Jack and Cokes a night, a Jack and Coke, just one of those, it's about anywhere between 28 to 42 grams of sugar.
That's a lot, dude. That's your
with the combination.
That's more than your daily intake.
With the combination of the 2 sugars. And then you're having 6 to 12 of those.
6 to 12. I think they got a bigger problem than their sugar intake.
Oh, it's alcohol. It's such a, how would I say?
You might need to talk to somebody.
No, dude, yeah, a lot. They need to talk to a lot of fucking people, but it's such a fake Band-Aid that it doesn't do any true healing. All it does is it just one of those fake like Family Dollar brand fucking Band-Aids that the second you put them on, 2 seconds later it's starting to fall off already.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you need to get yourself a fucking, Band-Aid from CVS or something like that to actually put that shit on and stick to you so it helps you.
And how about don't put a fucking Band-Aid on your real issues that make, like, and I'm, I don't feel like I'm preaching to the choir anymore. I had a moment of humanity. My grandmother had just passed away. A lot of things came to the surface. I was upset. I didn't want to face a lot of things. I'd never watched anybody take their last breath before, let alone anybody that I love. And when you see that, I don't recommend anybody staying in the room for that moment. But when you see that, it's not only something that causes grief because now that person that you love isn't there, it's traumatic, dude. And so I completely like dissociated from my body. Like the night it happened, my legs went numb. Like I completely like didn't even know where the fuck I was. And then 2 weeks that followed, nothing. Like I think I cried once during the entire services because I was just like stone cold, because I pressed it down. And so I drank. And then I realized very quickly that like that's one of the things that I do is just put Band-Aids on, and that's what I've done with alcohol is just I've taken alcohol and been like, oh, break up. All right. Okay. Depression, and then now when I've stopped drinking, I have time to take the Band-Aids off. People are going to be like, I'm never not drinking, but I never cried more than the 3 months that I stopped drinking because I actually had to face the shit and take the Band-Aids off.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've, faced a lot of things, I'm still facing things, I do feel better. And I know how to, somewhat allow myself to like cry it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. And learning how to not control, but to allow yourself to feel.
Yeah.
Feel to heal is definitely fucking real. And it's annoying that it's fucking real because I want to numb everything. I want to keep it all fucking silent. I want to keep it. Trust me, I don't want to fucking feel shit. I don't want to fucking cry. I don't want to actually have to deal with my emotions.
Right. Who wants that?
But the fucking truth be of it, you need to have some type of expression with that in order for you to evidently grow as a human, because otherwise you're going to continue to be setback at the setback at the setback and stuck in a woe is me mentality, waiting for fucking someone to come save you and being stuck as a fucking victim, versus you putting together the fucking pieces together of the boat that is, instead of writing out that's typical meme is instead of writing out help on an island, put the fucking wood together and build a boat and sell yourself out.
right. It's the truth.
It's the little things like that where I fucking hate social media. I hate the internet. I hate everything about as far as like the negative parts about it.
Oh my God.
But the positive aspects about it, when it shows you stuff like that, like there are going to be people that connect with it to that extent and really relate their issues to a fucking picture.
Yeah.
Because some people, that's how their brain works. And not that it's a wrong way, but shit, that's just how some people's brains do fucking work. And it's not that it's anything wrong, but it's how it is.
You know what's fucked up is being in the TikTok space and like the social media space and meeting the people that I've met who also have big platforms and stuff like that, way bigger than mine, we've built, and I try to kind of veer away from this, but we've built basically businesses off of being fake on social media, like pretending like everything's okay when it's really fucking not. Like I could easily right now, I mean, I'm okay right now, but like on my worst day, where I literally want to drive somewhere and not tell anybody where the fuck I'm going because I've just had enough. On that day, I could literally, and I've done it, post a picture of me smiling like everything's all right to show my followers that like I'm this positive fucking yada yada, and nobody would know that I'm truly fucking suffering. And I've seen it like time and time again with people that I meet from social media, and I'm like, this is the fakest fucking shit. And so that's when I'm starting to pivot now, that when I'm depressed or I'm upset or I need to cry or whatever, I turn on the microphone and I'm like, this is where I'm at. Like, I'm about to do a podcast episode when I get back to my house about how I drank. You know what I mean? Like, it's about accountability, because there are so many people on social media posing, pretending. It's fucking crazy.
Accountability,
Yeah.
self-awareness, like that. Those are the things they are so crucial to have. Like, when you are accountable, not only are you doing yourself the favor, but you're doing the favor for the rest of the fucking world around you, because you're not pointing fingers and making people feel like shit because you're making them feel like they're at fault for them screwing you over, but evidently it was your fault for trusting some people, or it was your fault for listening to some other voices, or it was your fault
for allowing
yourself, or allowing certain things to happen. Like, the most common thing in today's generation especially is in relationships, someone may not be getting all that attention they be wanting, and then someone is starting to give them that attention, and then they start to little by little, and then evidently something happens where they go in between the sheets, and then that person is then feeling like the worst piece of garbage because of what they had done. They realize that they had broke that sacred trust. But that's some people. I'm not gonna say all people, because I do know some fucking heartless wenches out there and fucking heartless dick bags. But I would not, like I said, I'm not gonna say all people. I know some people. But fuck, I completely lost the point. Oh shit, yeah. So staying focused and being actually accountable on your own shit, and not feeding into like that curiosity, that ego, that, you know, someone over here, like, and they're looking, they're giving me the attention, and then
what does that mean? Right.
What happens?
You fuck up and you ruin something good for a moment of validation that from somebody that doesn't even fucking matter.
Literally. Right. That could be just looking to get a nut. And guess what happens especially if you're unprotected?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got that issue, but
no, you know? Well, yes. The fucking the pregnancy scares have been horrendous for some people around us. for and it's not me, thankfully. My lady friend is thankfully on some type of contraceptive, but not to saying that I haven't thought about that fucking male birth. When I saw that male birth control shit, I'm not even gonna front, I thought about, like,
what is male birth control?
You have not seen this shit yet.
No,
so
that ain't my jurisdiction. I ain't gotta worry about it.
So recently it's come out that there's a male type of form of birth control that's also safer for the males versus what the birth control for what it does to female hormones, but also what it does to the entire female system. And not gonna lie, like, if it's actually effective and there's no real side effects, I have no problem fucking going on that damn pill.
Yeah, whatever.
Because I don't want no fucking I don't want, not until I have that full financial security of knowing that I can handle a child. Mental security, I know I already got that. Like, I have no problem. Like, that I can fucking have a kid right now if I wanted to. But the financial part of it,
yeah. It's all right.
Nah. Sorry, that all right. Nah, when I hear what some of these parents are really paying for some of the things that are going, especially if their kid is not necessarily the most healthiest kid, and the amount of hospital visits, the amount of doctors, the amount of things that they have to go through, the amount of money that they get wasted on, especially if they don't have great insurance. And then on top of that, then you got the school, and then you got clothes, and then you got food, and then you got, it's just,
you actually have to.
there's a lot, like before that before someone has a child, like there's just a lot that comes into play. And if I'm going to do that shit, I'm going to do it right. Like, I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I know some people my age have made. Like, I'm not going to do the fucking same fuck shit that like some scumbag of a fucking men are out there, and I know somebody may be fucking watching.
You fuck.
Scum fucking bags.
You piece of shit.
But
if you're watching, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, no. If there's a certain individual that is watching, you are a fucking scumbag for just coming back into your son's life. But that's another note. But aside from that,
spilling the tea.
There's just some people that just it. I have a lot of control over my emotions now. I have a lot.
So do I.
I have a lot of control. But there's certain individuals' faces that I have yet to, and it's only really one that I have yet to tame. Like the second I see that face, it is your teeth are gone. Your two front teeth, you're swallowing them.
There are some people though that deserve it.
Absolutely, and this is one of them.
Right.
110%.
Yeah.
This is one of those people that absolutely fucking deserve it. And if I really had,
remember that dude? Just side note, you know what? Do you know what I'm about to say? 4th of July, this past 4th of July. And I was your mini sidekick. I stood next to you and I'm like, get the fuck out of the front of the yard. And you're just sitting there. I'm like, y'all need to leave. Y'all need to go and stop standing in front of this house before my bodyguard goes.
The most fucking sober I've ever been in a 4th of July. And of course, something has to fucking go down. And I had to play some type of fucking bodyguard and security officer and all that shit. Not to say that was a bad thing. I didn't mind doing it, but fuck, man.
Right, it just puts a damper on.
But then also that's another side of alcohol. It's it just shows, especially if you're a toxic couple and you're fucking drinking, stop.
Right.
Either go to fucking therapy and get your couple counseling, or stop fucking drinking, or fucking split. Don't be that group.
Right.
Don't be the fucking Ronnie and fucking Sam of the fucking night and ruin everything every single time you guys go out because one gets too drunk and one has to say something that sets the other one off, or one looks away certain. It's the things like that where it's just, how many nights have been ruined by a couple arguing or a couple getting into some serious shit?
It's a waste of time. I've been in one of those relationships and that shit is a waste of I think back and I'm like, I wasted so many weekends dealing with this bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, therapy is your friend.
Especially in times of good and bad. I cannot stress that shit enough. Don't go to therapy just if you're fucked up. Go to therapy if you're having a great day. Go to therapy if you're having a great week, a great month, or whatever it may be. Because those are the things that are going to make you actually truly appreciate when good things happen, because you actually are sitting back and you're talking about great things, and it's bringing more positive energy into your lifestyle, positive karma, not that fucking negative Nancy cunt shit that's fucking in your life.
And therapy forces you to take accountability. I'll sit there and sometimes play that victim card. And my therapist, if you have a good therapist, that's what they're gonna be like, bitch. Well, not bitch, but she's gonna be like, but wait a second,
is that person really the fucking problem?
right.
Or are they just trying to hold up a mirror and you're trying to look away and trying to push the mirror past them and trying to really make sure that they are the fucking problem? That's the person over there that fucked me up. The person that really fucked you up the most was this fucking person over here. Because you can get too emotionally invested in somebody. That is something that is fucking possible. And that was one of the downfalls of one of my last relationships, was I was way too emotionally invested in this girl who was going away to college, and it would bring out demons in me that would fucking, when I think back, if I can literally kick my own ass, I would travel back in time and kick my own ass and throw my phone into the river with the amount of shit that I was fucking doing.
You ever see Liar Liar?
Yes.
What are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
Great fucking movie, and low-key one of Jim Carrey's best. But
anyway,
it's something where it's I was Also, she went away to a school that's 4.5 hours away, but she lived here on Long Island. I would make every excuse in the world to travel up there, whether it be even for a fucking day.
Oh, you were annoying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, next level. Next fucking level. And
Really?
oh my god. If I had actual footage still of some of the shit that we were going with, I would.
You were one of those?
Oh, especially if my unit, back during this time frame, I was also in the guard.
Okay.
If my unit needed something to go like, or needed somebody go on a detail that involved going to Fort Drum or involved going upstate, something where it's closer to Cortland, I got it. I'll drive. I'll drive tail right behind the fucking the convoy. I'll tail it. I don't have to drive in it, but I'll drive my own car, knowing damn well what I was gonna do. As soon as I said I got the good to go to home, I was gonna go right to the fucking school, go spend a night over there, 2 nights, maybe even that, and then go back. I was so fucking
Isn't
no.
it fucked up?
Yeah.
I've been like that too, where you literally forget everything that you're doing in your life.
Also, inch yourself in a little bit.
Up.
Just a little bit, right there.
There I am.
Your head slowly started to like drift back, like to the point where you started to like creep off screen. But
I'm the phantom. Yeah, I've been there too, where you just forget everything in your own life. For a person, which, like, you're 100% right. Being emotionally invested in somebody is okay. Being too emotionally invested in somebody is fucking lethal.
You become a fucking leech at the end of the day. That's what you become. You become a leech of their lifestyle, and then they won't tell you, but their families will start telling them, and their families will really start, projecting. He's been over a lot in the last couple of days. There's something that he's not that's going on at home. Like, it's like, yes, and that's the key that a lot of relationships fail at, and it's fucking balance.
Yeah.
Like my balance right now with my lady, we see each other maybe once a week or maybe twice every other week when.
Wow.
But it's because of our busy lifestyles. We don't have the time to. It's one. She's also a mother. She's a mother of a 6-year-old, so not for nothing.
She's got shit to do.
Yeah, she's got shit to do. And then also, I'm trying to really establish a not only personal training career, but establish a brand at the end of the day, like my own physical personal brand. That's what Welshcare is. It's not just my own personal training business. It's not just this podcast, but it's a natural brand that's going to. I want to expand it into multiple different routes as far as, maybe even a clothing line and putting into some type of positive messages is into the clothing line, or even a branch off of some type of a flavored CBD gummy, like with cannabolics. Like, it's the little things like that where I'm looking at the bigger picture. It's the little things that are adding to the bigger picture. And it's time consuming. Like, doing this is naturally time consuming, because then after this, after recording an episode, you got to edit the episode. Then after editing the episode, you got to publish the episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Then you got to export the episode. After you finish exporting the episode and adding all your commercials and everything else into the episode, that export can take anywhere from an hour to 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And then you got to upload that export to YouTube, which then that could also take anywhere from additional 4 to 2 hours to even 1 hour. So it's fucking time consuming to making sure that everything is going to be up on time. So
creating content is
So there's that balance. Like, we don't see each other nearly as much, but we end each night with a conversation, like a quick conversation, a quick phone call. We're not on the phone. Another thing.
24/7.
Another thing. Another thing. Fellas, if she's on a night out, don't be fucking FaceTiming her and spamming her fucking phone.
That's annoying.
Ladies, if your man is out, don't be fucking spamming the phone. Don't be wondering what the fuck is going on every single second, because that does nothing but make you want to not be around.
I want to say, for the record, that's not sexy.
No, it is not.
All. Like, that doesn't make me want to fuck.
It makes you want to resent you at the end of the fucking night.
I want you away.
Like, I was so fucking bad at that shit. I was such a fucking horrible. In ways, I was a great boyfriend to my ex, but in multiple other ways, I was a fucking horrific fucking boyfriend for her. And this being one of them, the most, especially at night that she would go out when she was up at school. The thoughts that would go through my fucking depressed, PTSD, fucking anxiety brain that is non-medicated and wasn't even smoking weed at the time either, not even CBD, and just drinking. Ooh.
Oh.
And not to mention, I was also stupid fucking insecure, and I had no fucking confidence whatsoever. Versus where I'm at today, where I'm at my fucking max confidence level I've ever fucking been before, and I am fully secure in who I am.
What's your secret? Because I still, like, I'm getting there, where, like, you know, I walk, like, I think I can hold a room. I've always been able to.
It's really just not giving a fuck at the end of the day. That's what it is. It's really just not giving a flying fuck. Because if you truly do not give a single fuck about what's going on around you or the people around you or what you fucking, you know, there's days where I walk out and I have a little stain on my fucking shirt that I didn't realize till I walked out. Like, there's days where my fucking like, for example, my teeth, it's genetics in my family where we have stupid fucked up teeth. And you know, for a while that was one of my biggest insecurities, but in reality it's like, who the fuck cares? Because there's people who have worse teeth than me. I still have all my teeth, so why the fuck should I even care about that when I know for a fact that there's people who have like 5 already fucking missing teeth and they're at my age? So not for nothing, it's like building your own confidence is really just comes down to 1, that accountability, but 2, the discipline, 3, the really staying consistent with your shit, and taking that time to be having that gratitude attitude. Because if you have that gratitude attitude, it leads to a confident day. Because if you wake up saying thank you, like I'm gonna thank you for another day, like I told you, pretty sure I told you. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty sure I had the first 4 things I say in the morning before I even look at my phone, before I even use the bathroom, everything I do. Thank for myself, love myself, I appreciate myself. Praise be to God. All praise be to God. Because I do, not that I'm a super religious person, but I do have a faith and I do have a belief that there is a higher power.
Hell yeah.
So, and I am gracious to that higher power for another day. So before I even do any of that, those are the first 4 things I do. And that sets the tone for the day, regardless of what happens, regardless of what's going to happen throughout the rest of the fucking day. I at least got my thank yous in. And I know for a fact that I'm still appreciating each day. It's not a legit just, I gotta fucking say it. No, it's just the second I wake up, thankful, love you, appreciate you, all praise every single fucking morning. And I've done that for the last 4 months, and it has 5 months. It has completely changed out the mental game as far as the confidence levels, because the rest of the day, I have a strange, odd confidence that just overtakes me now. It doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of the gym and I'm working out with my fucking AdX Club over here, AdX Mace, and I'm fucking swinging that shit around looking like a damn like Tarzan in the middle of the fucking gym. And I'm the only person that does this shit in the fucking gym. I don't give a single flying fuck. Well, people look. I get. Oh my god, the looks I get in the gym, especially.
Really, with that?
Oh my god, with the amount of looks I get, people are like, what the fuck is he doing? And it's like,
whatever I want, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing what the fuck feels best for me. I'm not gonna sit there and bench 315 for fucking 25 times. Oh, I'm good for that. Sorry, my shoulders are shot to shit. This thing loves. This thing loves me, and I love it to death. When it
looks pretty cool.
Thank you. It's AdX Clubs and Maces, stationed out in Florida. Get yourself one at adxclubs.com. Not sponsored or anything by them at all whatsoever, but I am
a nice human.
Genuine nice human who cares about other nice humans. And the owner of this company, Donnie G, is an amazing human being, and he needs to be promoted. So get yourself an AdX Club. And if you are interested in more workouts today, you can follow my Instagram, or the link's going to be in the description. So follow my Instagram there. Anyway, but it's really comes down to those things where it being consistent, being disciplined, being gracious for every fucking second, no matter how much of a storm that is currently a road upstairs. Yeah, it's going to clear out eventually, just because it can't always stay stormy and it can't always stay dark. So eventually a day, and eventually the sun does come out.
I mean, see, for me, I feel like I live authentically as myself. I feel like I wasn't always living that way. You know, I always had to put on this front, like this ego front, like I'm this confident, yada yada. And even with my content, like I always was like I'm the shit, when I really inside was like I'm a piece of shit. You know, like like the math wasn't
Can't relate.
right. The math wasn't mathing. So now when it comes to like my content and stuff like that and what I portray to the world or whoever is willing to watch, it's complete authenticity. So there I'm good. Where I fuck up with my insecurities is when it comes to women. When I could literally fuck somebody, and if I don't have that feeling for them, like you could do whatever the fuck you want, baby. Go live your life, enjoy, have fun, go fuck somebody else. I don't give a fuck.
Go fuck somebody right now.
Right. I don't care. The minute I have a connection and I feel something for somebody, I'm like, they're gonna leave me. I become this little like insecure baby bitch.
And to that, I say it's natural. It's a part of your fucking life, and it's part of the learning experience of one being dick disciplined. That's the first step. That's the very fucking first step, is being dick disciplined. In your case, clit disciplined. You need to be clit disciplined. And the more clit disciplined that you are, the more you're able to then, I want to say, stop feeding into the harlots and the ones that like just give you that temporarily good feeling. Unless that's what you're looking for also.
Absolutely not.
If you're just looking for that temporarily good feeling, then by all means, get a fucking harlot for a night.
I had a harlot.
But if there's somebody else that you actually genuinely want to have a real connection with, a real conversation with, a real relationship with, give yourself 3 dates without fucking them. Give yourself 3 dates without really fucking them, and to see exactly where you stand with them mentally. If you can hold that conversation, because then after the 3rd date and the 4th date comes, and then you guys are in the fucking bed, and then you guys are coming, then it's now your test to now after that, initial moment's done. In that same moment after it's done, if you guys have no conversation, if there's no real community, nothing to communicate
nothing
about
behind the eyes,
that means that there's been a useful tool there that's being
well, I got a story.
Oh, I'm here, I'm listening.
So I had a girl. I don't have girls. They come to me, right? Like I always say, like I had a girl, but she wasn't mine, But we went on our first date, and our first date we kissed, whatever. It was dope. And I told the girl, like, I don't fuck without feelings. And then literally, and I knew I didn't have feelings for this girl. And then literally we went on a second date, and I was not dick disciplined. And I like tried to have sex with her, and she said no. And then we had sex the literal next time I saw her, and that started a spiral of a 3-month situation that I didn't want to be in, because once the dust settled, I hope she's not watching, but once the dust settled, there was no conversation like this. There was no like, there was nothing behind the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, because I've been with 2 of those types of women in my life, and it is the worst fucking thing, because not only does the moment become extremely fucking awkward afterwards, because now you're trying to find an excuse to either have a conversation or an excuse to try and get them to fucking leave now.
Yeah. I was like thinking we would hang out, and I sound like a dog saying this, but we would hang out, and if we weren't having sex, I'm like thinking of ways that I could dip out. All of the other shit I gotta be doing.
Texting the fucking homie, "Yo, can you call me? Say I gotta get out of here real quick." The amount of times I've done that shit, where, especially during my stupid toxic 10 days, I was on Tinder religiously, And if I saw that the Tinder date wasn't going to go anywhere as far as, you know, the next level of bringing it back down over here.
Yeah.
Nah. It was like literally, I had two people I would text, and it was a code message. One was catfish, meaning I got fucking catfished. Get me the fuck out of here.
She don't look like.
No, and it's happened. That happened 4 times.
Oh my god.
4 fucking times. You women ain't slick on fucking Long Island. 4 fucking times. 4 fucking times. Fucking catfish. You ain't slick. So, and then the other one. Shout out to fucking Jersey Shore. It's definitely Grenade. It was because it was a friend of mine who we actually watched the show growing up. So it's just, it was only right if there was, you know, it was a dud. You know, it was right. Just text. Or I got to the point where I was able to text under the table, you know, without having, not even you even noticing my phone would be out, or I would have been out. Open like this, like it would have been here, and then swiped up, typed out Grenade, and locked my phone and everything still. And then 2 minutes later, phone call would come through, answer the phone. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta go. Oh fuck.
Oh, there's an emergency. You gotta go.
Yeah, shit. Fuck. But I'd also reminded me of one of my fucking toxic traits also I did during my last relationship. Also, to get upstate with my girl one day. Oh yeah. I texted one of my boys in the army saying, yo.
Oh shit, you like orchestrated something? God.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know for a fact that there's other privates in the fucking military who are doing the same exact fucking thing, and it's not healthy for you to be fucking doing so. So stop that shit right the fuck now.
You scolding.
Yeah, stop that shit right the fuck now, because you do not want to experience the fucking pain that I fucking have felt. I'm only saying that because I don't want people to feel the same shit that I fucking felt, and learn from the same mistakes that I have fucking learned from. Turn the mistakes into lessons, and then lessons into fucking blessings.
I don't understand how people don't learn.
No, right?
Like that situation alone, that 3-month situation that I felt like literally like I was drowning and trapped. You know what I mean? Once I got out of that, and it's nothing against the girl. She's a great fucking girl. She just wasn't for me. She wasn't my girl, you know?
That happens.
After that, I was like, okay, this is a sign that I should step away from being with females and like talking to women and stuff like that. I'm not ready. And just focus on myself. Some people go through that cycle and they're like, all right, bring on the next tail right now, like, you know what I mean? And they just go through this cycle of just fuck shit, bullshit. And then they wonder why they don't make meaningful connections, because they're just like, they need somebody there all the time.
Yeah, you know they can't be alone with their thoughts. They can't sit there. They can't confront their own shit.
Yeah, I felt worse having her there and not facing whatever the fuck it was I needed to face than the minute her and I split. The relief that I felt, that I was like, yes, now I get to like ruminate in my own bullshit and like cry about this or be upset about that. It was like a relief for me that now people are like, why are you single? I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone.
Like, unless you are here to completely change my life for the 100% the best, get the fuck away from me.
Right. And like, unless I have that connection with you, I've learned my lesson. Unless I have that connection with you where we can sit down and have a conversation and I'm actually motivated to go and hang out with you, it's a no from me, dog.
Like, ain't it the fucking worst when you have a plan with that, you know, somebody you think is that somebody, and then it's supposed to happen that day, and it's like you don't want it to fucking happen. Like you're praying that a last minute, like, you know, cancellation happens, and it's just and it's more relief if that person canceled on you, because it's just like, oh my god, thank god, I don't have to deal with their fucking their level of energy. I don't want to deal with any of their shit. Like the amount of times that also happened too during my fucking single days, I was beyond grateful for, because my time as the older I've gotten has become way too fucking precious. Yeah. And the most wasted time of my life was when I was just chasing down fucking different pussy.
Right.
for example, the worst fucking night of my life, and this was my first Tinder date after being single. After officially being single.
The worst night of your life.
One of the worst fucking Tinder nights of my entire fucking life. Okay. Tinder nights, not the worst nights of my entire life. One of the worst Tinder nights of my entire life.
Let's hear this.
So, just become single, and I'm talking to this chick from fucking Brooklyn.
All right, BK.
Yeah, and the part of Brooklyn where you have to pass toll in a bridge to fucking go see, and it's like a $7 fucking bridge. Well, then it was $7. Now it's probably like fucking 10.
14.
Yeah, but this is 2018. I drive out there. It's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and this chick has sent me her full body naked and everything like that. She says she's ready to go and all that shit. Like, all right, so just. And she says, like, well, we can go fucking car and all that shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm fucking with it. Let's do this. So.
Uh-oh. I see the shame.
Starts with one. It starts with this. She's right by the beach area of Brooklyn, if that makes sense. There is a beach area of Brooklyn. And God damn. And it's fucked up because we're coming up on the anniversary of this day too. And a month from now will be the exact actual fucking anniversary of this day.
Year?
So yeah. The year, it'll be the 4-year anniversary. The 4-year anniversary of this, since in 1 month it'll be the 4-year anniversary of this horrific day. So
you remember the date.
Yeah. So when I had
my dude
fucking, you know how some on like Ocean Parkway, when you pull off on the side of the road, it's like a little dirt path on the side instead. So in this part of Brooklyn, it's not dirt, it's sand.
That's hot.
So I pull off. I haven't even picked this girl up yet. So
the fuck you? Okay.
So I'm getting ready to pick her up.
All right.
I'm like 2 blocks away from her. And I pull over to text her to say like, hey, this is where I'm about to, be outside. Half of my car then gets fucking stuck in the sand.
I thought you were gonna say you got like arrested or something.
No. Half my car then gets stuck in the fucking sand. I'm now waiting 25 fucking minutes for AAA to try and get me fucking out. It's not until some local with a truck driving past me who happens to be in the fucking fire department has the shit to get stuck cars out. So looking at the sign from above, I'm like, okay, so maybe this night is supposed to happen.
Right.
I get pulled out. Thankfully, I start driving. Then my car starts driving normally. Thankfully, I pick this girl up.
Right.
She reeks of fucking alcohol and is already pissed fucking drunk.
She's a waste case.
Wasted.
Where'd you pick her up from?
Brooke, her house. Picked her up from her house. She's fucking wasted. Then we drive around for a little bit to talk in person. We park up, start making out. We park up by this beach area. We start walking down the little beach into it's a small beach. There's a giant fucking it's like sound area. There's people fishing. Yeah. You can see the city right there, and it's a beautiful spot. So I'm thinking, this night's pretty fucking nice.
It's getting romantic.
It's getting pretty nice. Get back to my car, and then we get back to making out, and then she unbuckles me, and then she goes, "I can't do this in the car," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" She goes, "Yeah, let's go drive around a spot. Let's go try and find a spot." And I'm thinking, okay. So we drive around the area. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was a mini airport around there. I swear to God, it was she was trying to fucking park up in the middle of the parking lot and then fuck in the middle of the parking lot. Right out in the open. Right, like.
All right, that's risky.
I'm thinking, all right, hot.
That is kind of hot.
It starts to happen. Yeah. So I get her out of the car and complete chickens out again. Comes back into the car, drives around, and I'm saying, look, it is now 11:30 at night. I have to drive back, and it's an hour drive for me to get back. So I can either have this night
fucking or not.
Yeah, literally. And she goes, I don't know if I can. And that's when I said, okay. So I literally just dropped her off. She goes, really? You dropped me off? I thought we were going to. And I'd say, 1, you're too drunk. 2, this is just not going at all. My car got stuck. I'm just not in a good mood tonight anymore whatsoever. She goes, well, fuck you then, asshole. gets out the car, throws the fucking beer that she has at my fucking car. So now I'm driving home, car stained up with fucking beer on the side of my car. I see like all like the winch, like, you know, how on the stains from like the glass. Yeah. I see like the streak stains on the glass. Driving home the whole time, I'm just thinking, what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
Like, why did I just waste so much fucking gas to drive from Brentwood to fucking Brooklyn over a toll, pay for 2 tolls, just for that fucking night to happen the way it did? Then,
meaningless.
My fucking ex decides to give me a call saying that she's pulling all of our pictures off the Instagram.
She called you for that?
Yeah, she called me. She called me for that.
Wait, hold on.
She fucking called me for that.
I'm calling you to let you know that I am blocking you and deleting all your pictures. Are you kidding?
Literally, just as I get home too. Just as I fucking get home.
God, I wish I was straight.
Oh, it was so fucking painful that night because I know it's like I've been single for only like 3 weeks, and I had tried to numb myself, and trying to numb myself failed.
Yeah.
Then after it failing, I get hit with that fucking curveball and that fucking bitch slapping right in the face and right in the dick, and then now I'm left in a fucking crying mess again because it's just like shit.
Well, that's it too. Like, you can literally, for me, I mean, and this is everybody, I could. This is not me being cocky or anything. I could go in my DMs and find somebody to fucking meet up with and fuck right now, like literally right now, and they probably live around here. You know what I mean? And
probably 2 blocks away.
Right, and I could go, fucking enjoy myself. But then when I go home, I still gotta deal with my emotions. I still gotta face that shit.
Yeah.
And then I've felt lonelier doing that. Like, when I was with that girl, I really hope she's not watching. I'm gonna get a text message like, "You're a piece of shit," which, like, all right, that's on par.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like my healing process. I'm acknowledging that I was a piece of shit.
Right.
Like,
but like, I never felt more lonely in that situation.
I've never felt the loneliest during that time, and then also once a party ends. Like the second you leave a party or the party's done and over with, and then you just go home, and then you're either still buzzed or still drunk, and then it's like that feeling of just being like,
fuck,
damn, now I'm stuck in my thoughts and I'm fucked up, and I'm not even tired yet.
Yep.
I'm going to be up in my thoughts.
Yep.
This night's going to go horrible. This night was great. This night, and then it's just like now that overwhelming depression starts to creep in because now your guard is so let down from that fucking alcohol that you have now allowed that wave to officially take over your body.
Yeah, and you're not even in control of your body at that point.
There's no control over it. Once you reach that point, there is no control over it, which is another reason if you're looking for if you're looking for a sign to put that fucking bottle down, the amount of times we've talked about alcohol in this conversation, if you haven't put the bottle down by now, you just don't want better for yourself at the end of the day. You genuinely just don't want better for yourself.
If you're one of those people, like apparently like us, who numb with alcohol.
And continuously numb with alcohol. Yeah. For every little thing, trying to celebrate, because that's the other thing that people, it's not talked about as much. We celebrate and take shots. Why? Is it like, I see some people look at it like that celebratory, but it does this. Why are we celebrating poison? Why are we celebrating an achievement with poison? Why are we not celebrating it with like a feast? Why are we not
sex?
Or that. Yeah, definitely that.
Like, we should be having orgies.
Like, absolutely, and it should be natural. It should be natural. Like, just like it should be a natural thing to be talked about on the street, and it should be happening on the street corners too. At this point,
right.
But
fuck.
Yeah, literally, fuck.
Literally.
It's something where I don't want it to be celebrated anymore because alcohol is it's so celebrated. It's so fucking celebrated. And it's something that destroys families, it destroys relationships, destroys your own self-being.
Yeah. Emotions, fucks your emotions.
It fucks with your wallet too because of how much you're spending after a while. Like there's just so much, the little thing. It's not just alcohol in general. It's the little things around alcohol as well. And this, the faster that you're able to take out that alcohol, the faster that you're actually able to finally come to your senses and come to your consciousness and really 110% feel like you have full control.
Yeah. For me, alcohol is my confidence builder, like in social settings.
Not just for a majority of fucking people. It's that it has that fuck it in it.
Yeah.
It says I can talk to anybody right now. It doesn't matter. Get me fucking drunk. It doesn't matter who the fuck's in front of me. The conversation is gonna fly.
I'm gonna live my life. Yeah. Straight up.
Especially if I was single and drunk.
Right.
God.
Right.
It's just like just even saying that is like mental flashbacks of just like the fucking nights in Patchogue that went.
I don't know how I didn't. Like I'm definitely immune to COVID-19 because of the things that I did when I was like 21, 22.
Shit. I mean, well, yeah, I don't remember that shit. Your energy, your time, and everything here has been incredibly, appreciated. Like doing this thing in person has been awesome.
I'm down whenever.
I will end this thing on two things. So I'm going to try to end each conversation coming forward basically with two questions.
Okay.
One.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Oh God. I'm working on it.
That was gonna. So if you're not happy, what are you working on it? And if you're not working on it, get to working on it, because in reality, you need to be fucking working on that first before you work on the money, before you work on, the relationships, before you work on friendships, before you work on that next person you want to get in your DMs. Work on your fucking happiness first.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse. I will say this because I can attest to this, is that when you're making a couple $1,000s and you're horribly fucking depressed and miserable, it does not mean shit.
Yeah.
If you are genuinely happy and pulling in just, minimal amount of money, but doing something that you love, and you're doing, things on the side that are not only just going to better your character, but are going to better your future, it's more so that's what outweighs the depressing $1,000 that you always are searching for versus the $10 and you're happy. It's like this money, that's your sex, feeling.
Alcohol, they don't bring you happiness.
Time, as in time with yourself, time with the people you genuinely care about and bring the best out of you.
Yep.
That's a more important currency than money.
Yeah.
Because time will bring you to your happiness. It's just a matter of you being patient with that time, being grateful for the time, and just overall, just whatever storm is coming down your path, just trying to, as we said before, being patient for that storm to pass, because no storm lasts forever, because the sun eventually does shine and the dark eventually does fade into daylight.
Yeah, that's the truth. I won't drink to that because I'm sober.
Yeah, there you take a hit to that.
I'll take a hit to that. No, I won't do that either.
Oh, well,
because I'm a ball sack.
Oh yeah, of CBD, not Delta 8. You fucking. I still can't believe when someone tells me that they get 2 stoned off of Delta 8. I genuinely feel sorry for you. Like I want to play the world's smallest violin for you just for a little bit, just because this thing here is, it's.
I'm sensitive.
Never mind. But I know we told people to social before us, but anything you want to promote or anything you want to talk about or anything that you want to actually put out there, Instagram, YouTube, all that shit,
I do have something actually.
Put it out.
In June, I will be dropping a few, but my first 4-week coaching seminar. So stay tuned for that, because I'm going to be picking like 6 people to meet with once a week, like a group seminar. So look out for it.
Where can they follow you at?
Tori Franco on Instagram, The Tori Franco Show on YouTube, and Tori Franco 0 on TikTok.
It's like mind blowing. You're fucking fine with that. Like the amount of followers that you've gained just in the last like 2 years alone.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah.
It's pretty insane, but it also shows that you're authentic and people can relate to your message. And
I hope
that's why I do feel that a lot of people can and will relate to this episode. So for the very first, not the very first, 'cause I've done an episode in person before, but fuck it. Now for the very first, like back in action, in person, fuck COVID, all that shit. Finally able to have this and finally have my studio for this shit. Like, this is not the final official product. You guys still gonna see some changes and all that shit, but overall though, Tori, can't thank you enough for your time and can't thank you guys enough for watching. And yeah, it's been Welshcare. Hey, what's going on, guys? So real quick, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about this amazing company that I've now had the honor and privilege of partnering up with, Cannabolics. So for those that don't know Cannabolics is a Long Island based company, and they are specialists in cannabis. So those that know me know that I love my greens and I am a daily greens user. As Pat McAfee says, vitamins. I love my vitamins. And when I say that Cannabolics has had the best source of vitamins, aka CBD, aka Delta 8, and even some live rosin flower, live rosin pens. When I tell you that this is hands down some of the best CBD on the market, I cannot stress it enough that this is hands down the best CBD you will get your hands on. In particular, I'm going to talk a little bit about this freeze gel here, this miracle worker for my knees especially. Now, my knees are completely destroyed from my time in the military and also from the years of doing improper form in the gym before I actually became educated. So my knees hate me. Not anymore. Now they love me every time I rub this on. It feels amazing. Currently, I have it on right now. After a heavy, intense session with my legs, I cannot feel any better with my knees than I do right now. Usually I feel a little bit of that achiness. I feel a little bit more of that soreness, that tightness, and I'm not feeling it. It's been about a week and almost 2 weeks now, and I have yet to feel a single ounce of that extra stress that I used to feel before I started using this here. The other thing I want to talk a little bit about for those who are wanting to get elevated, but not to the point that you're sitting on your couch questioning your day. Their Delta 8 is by far the best Delta 8 on the market. It is a great high if you are looking to be active, be functioning, and be relaxed at the same time. If you are looking to invest in anything from Cannabolics, go to cannabolics.org, not .com, cannabolics.org, 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 and then use promo code Welshcare, WELSHCARE, Welshcare at checkout, and you'll save an additional 10% off. You will see these products. I'm going to have Cannabolics all stacked up behind me as well. So you amazing gentlemen at Cannabolics, I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this partnership. On to the next ad. All right, guys. So real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about your next protein purchase, which is going to be the Jocko Milk. So you're going to go to originmain.com. You're going to use promo code Welsh10, WELSH10 at checkout for 10% off your order. You're going to order yourself some Jocko Milk, and you're going to save yourself some money at the end of the day. If you find that you're buying yourself probiotics, digestive enzymes, essential amino acids, aka EAAs, or protein powder, and you're buying all that separately, and if you're buying at a high quality rate, chances are you're probably spending anywhere between $120 to $200. Jocko Milk only costs $44.95 at originmain.com. And then if you use my code, like I said earlier, Welsh10, WELSH10, for 10% off your order at checkout, you can save yourself 10% off on top of getting yourself the best tasting and the best quality protein that's on the market. Thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you have a great one.